What's good, you guys? Let's get right into the video today. And first things first is that you need to stop telling people your business, your goals and ideas just for validation. I know that some of you guys might be like this because I used to be like this kind of person too. The person that wants to share what they're doing, share what they plan to do just because you want to be validated by other people. You might think a lot of people out here are your friends. Everybody is not your friend. Not everybody wants to see you succeed, and that's just what it is. And you need to stop telling these people these things just because you want them to see, oh, you're doing something different. Oh, you're trying to step out of the box and become successful. Not everybody wants to see that. Some people, they're gonna see you say these things, they're gonna hear what you're trying to do, and they might feel intimidated. They might feel a little bit jealous because they think you're trying to be better than them. Because some of these people, they hear what you're trying to do and they see it as a competition, really. You need to stop worrying about getting validation from other people. Other people, they are not living your life and they are not going to see your vision. This all boils down into caring about what other people think. What other people think about what you want to do with your life shouldn't matter. As long as it's something that is good for you, something that is meant to better you, and something that is going to keep you away from all the mess out here in the world, you shouldn't care about what other people have to say. Because when you share your ideas, people are just going to put their doubt and negativity on it. You shouldn't care what other people have to say because these people, they have their own lives to live, and you shouldn't let other people's opinions affect what you want to do with your own life. I know we all know somebody like this. They talk about all the things that they're gonna do. They talk about all their plans and what they are aspiring to be. And then when the time comes, they don't come through. They are not working like they said they would, and they show no results. You know, I used to be this kind of person, and I've seen a lot of people that are like this. This is something that God has had to work out of me. I had to stop being a little boy, stop talking, and he matured me to make me the kind of person that is going to take action before I will ever speak. If you are this kind of person, you're gonna go and tell everybody all your business. And then when the time comes to actually show what you've been doing, you have nothing to show because you really haven't been working. And when you do this, people aren't going to take you seriously. They're gonna see that you weren't going through with what you said you would, and they're gonna take you as a joke. There was times in my life where I said I was gonna do certain things and I didn't, or I was doing them a little bit and then I fell off. I had family, friends, people around me, they were seeing me do this, and then when I stopped, bro, they were taking me as a joke. They were laughing at me, cracking jokes, doing all this stuff just because I stopped doing what I was supposed to do. And as I grown older, I started to realize that you can't do this. If you are going to say that you're gonna do something, you have to do it. You have to be a man of your word. So when I turned 18, I had started this business. This was something that I was very new to, and I really wanted it to work. So I spent a lot of time on it, and I was, praying about it because this is something that I really wanted. And I lost a little bit of money when I was first trying it. And as time went on, I started to see a little bit of success. I made my first $1,000 with it. And once this happened, I started to get a little bit reckless. $1,000, that might seem good, but really that's nothing. $1,000, that might pay your rent 1 month and that's it. Like even right now, my rent is more than that. But this time I was getting reckless and I was telling people what I was doing, and I was telling people the little success that I had. And I told this one person, and this person, he's a blabbermouth. He would go around other people, tell them your business. When you're talking to somebody, he'll come around and say, oh, hey, this guy, he does this guy, he does that. And he was telling people that I didn't really mess with. These people, they were not my friends. Some of them, they'll come around, smile in my face, but they weren't really with me. And another time even came, and some of these people showed me who they really were. But as this was happening, the business that I was working on, it started to fall apart. I was losing all the money that I had made with it. And I even started losing more too. Put me back in, I was out of profit with the business. This was that time in my life where I realized if you're working on something or you have some kind of idea, you can't tell people that you have already accomplished something. You can't tell people what you're working on, because these people, they're gonna put their doubts on it. These people, they're going to look at you, smile in your face, but behind your back, they're going to be hating on you. They're going to be wishing that things don't work out for you. When I first started going to the gym, I didn't tell anybody around me that I was going. The only people that knew early on that I was going was my immediate family members. And this was because they were asking me, and all I did was just give them short word responses. The only reason people know I was actually doing something is because I went from 120 pounds to 180. People only knew that I was going to the gym because my entire physique changed, and they seen that I actually had muscle. When I started my first LLC business, I didn't tell anybody what I was doing. I was working on it, I kept my mouth shut, and this is how I made my first 10K in 1 year. And with this channel, I haven't told anybody about it. I don't care about the validation, and I'm just doing what God has led me to do. And no matter how this turns out, I'm gonna keep working on it. I say all this to say, let your results speak for themselves. You know, a lot of people, they have a small mind when it comes to aspirations and potential. You know, you can say that you're going to go to the gym and you're gonna try and change your physique. You might get a little round of applause, you might get a little bit of praise, but when you're a string bean and then you come around people with muscles, that is when you are going to mean business. When you say that you want to try this business out, you want to go into this line of work, people, they might say, oh, okay. They might not be supporting you like you think, but when you come around them with a new car, you got a new house, you're able to change the lives of the people around you and your family, that is when people are going to know that you are serious. You know, in the Bible, it talks about how you can find out who is a wolf in sheep's clothing, and this is by their fruit. And this is because it is very easy to talk, but the people that are actually doing something, the people that have set out to do what is in their heart will bear results. This is the fruit that they will get from whatever they are trying to do. And I want you guys to all bear fruit. I don't want you to sit here and just talk about what you want to do. I want you to actually go out and achieve it. I hope you liked today's video. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll be back with another one soon.